A very ambitious plan is unveiled for a massive development connecting Chicago's Lincoln Park to the Bucktown neighborhoods. Now, the $5 billion Lincoln Yards development would include skyscrapers, residential units, and even a soccer stadium along the stretch of the Chicago River. Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Schulte has more tonight on this project's impact and also the concerns.
The bulldozers are ready. Chicago developer Sterling Bay has an ambitious plan for at least 54 of the 70 acres once occupied by Finkel & Son steel plant and other industrial sites. Named Lincoln Yards, the property sits along the Chicago River between North Avenue and Webster. The proposal calls for 70-story skyscrapers, condos, apartments, retail, 13 acres of green and recreational space, and a soccer stadium.
The concept of putting a stadium between two existing neighborhoods, location-wise, is a diabolical failure.
Northside neighborhood associations are banding together to make sure they get a seat at the table when it comes to final plans.
I think we've been mostly left out. I think what happens going forward is really important. We were promised a lot more dialogue and engagement.
Residents say their biggest concern is how the $5 billion development will handle already challenging traffic problems. They say Sterling Bay's proposal lacks details on traffic as well as density issues.
They said, 4,000, 5,000 units, but what does that translate to density? How many people does that mean living there? How many, school-aged children?
Most of the development sits in Alderman Brian Hopkins' second ward. He agrees with residents that the plan lacks details on public infrastructure ideas.
This is not something we can rush through. There's so many details and so many questions that need to be answered. We're pretty far from being ready for approval here.
Alderman Hopkins says he will make sure the community has a voice in the process. He says he will not push forward a deal to City Council until residents' concerns are addressed. Neighborhood groups say they're not against the concept of the plan. They just want to make sure they get more details and that the project is done right.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.